Hey, what's going on, guys? X here, and today I thought we'd take a look at Robin from DC Collectibles Batman the Animated Series. This guy is part of Wave 2, which also included the Joker, Man-Bat, and Poison Ivy, even though she's being delayed a little bit, but still part of Wave 2. As far as comparisons, here he is with Animated Series Robin, even though this is, I don't know, some kind of variant or whatever. He wears a motorcycle helmet, and he's got this little thing, whatever, but you kind of get an idea what they were going for there. As far as pairing them up with Batman, now this is part of the animated series, this is part of the New Adventures. I'm going to be collecting them both. I want them all. They're all cool, even though I'm partial to the animated series. But you can kind of get an idea, and you can pair Batman and Robin up. I'm assuming that the animated series version, which is going to be, I think that's like Wave 4 or something like that. I believe that it's probably going to be about the same height as this Batman. They're all around that 6 inches, but you definitely see that Robin is a bit shorter. Now, one of the things that I wanted to point out in this video that I did not point out in the Joker video is on Wave 1, you saw these peg holes here in the front of the thighs. Here, we'll bring in Two-Face real quick there. You can see his little peg holes there in the front. Not only did they fix the joints to where you can actually move these joints around on this figure or on Wave 2, but you can also see on the Joker and Robin there, no more peg holes in the front, so that issue is fixed and they look a lot more clean. So whenever they do reproduce Wave 1, I know they said they're going to improve the joints on those, and they're also going to fill in some gaps, some areas that they thought they could fix. I wonder if they're going to fix those peg holes as well. So that's something that we'll be able to kind of look forward to. Hopefully they do. Then I'll have to buy Wave 1 again. But anyways, getting into Robin here, you can see that he does come with a stand that is catered to him. You can see Robin there on the very bottom. Does come with quite a few accessories. It does come with he comes with 3 sets of fists and then 1 additional fist. So you're going to get 7 total. So you have the closed fist here. You have these, if we can kind of move these to the side, open hands, I guess for like grappling or anything like that. So you can kind of see those. And it's the same thing that, like I said on the Joker, to where the hands, it's like they had the joint in there and they painted over it. So whenever you start to move these joints around, you can actually get 5 clicks out of them. 1 in the middle and 2 going back and forth. You can start to see some green paint start to flake off of them. So, you know, that's going to happen. But you get these. You also have these hands, which they're not connected here. So you could slide something in there if you wanted to. But you can use this, which I'm just going to assume none of this stuff has like any directions on, like, hey, this is what this is. Because I think I called Joker's melee. I called one of the things for Joker a melee weapon, and someone informed me it was a telescope, and I was like, oh yeah, I kind of see that now. But yeah, so I'm just gonna assume this is some kind of whip. It's been about a year since I've seen the cartoon series, but you can see that it's just a soft rubbery piece of plastic, so it will kind of hang out there a little bit. And that does fit in his hand really nice. It's not going to come out, so it's in there pretty good. And then you come with this accessory. Now, the problem is you can't fit his grappling hook and this hand. It won't stay in there. It would just fall out. And then with this hand, I'm not really big on kind of prying these open and maybe breaking some fingers or anything like that, or I don't know, maybe you could barely squeeze it in, but it doesn't matter. This accessory right here was completely pointless because you end up giving us a hand that has it in there. So, like, if you wanted him to hold his grappling hook, then there's no need for this. So it's a little pointless, but I guess it's something that'll just stay in the package. But on this one, they did a really nice job. So they didn't do the lazy thing with where he's green here and silver here, so we're just going to paint, you know, all this. They actually painted this silver. They went inside the lines and painted the fingers individually green and left this silver. We've seen some bad jobs by some companies with different toy lines before, to where they would just paint all this green. No, they actually painted that silver, so it looks legit. That's awesome. Even some black there at the end. The other one had that as well. So just great job. Attention to the detail right there, DC. Really like that. So you got these hands. And then you get a couple of capes. So you have the one that he's wearing right now, and then you also have this version. I'm just kind of a little partial to this, where he's got one over the shoulder and then the other one kind of folded back, what you saw in the actual cartoon quite often. I think just about every time he always had it like this. So that's a little bit more iconic to the animated series. But if you wanted to get some crazy poses with both arms, obviously this one's covered up, then this is going to be the cape that you'd go with. So either one is going to look really nice. And also with the yellow on here, something that I always check for, just because I had a problem with my first New 52 Batgirl, to where this yellow on here, when it's yellow painted on top of this black, I noticed that there is no cracking, because I remember on the very first one that I had that there was like cracking lines on here as soon as I took it out of the package. So looks really nice. Actually, it's black paint on yellow is what it looks like, but again, no cracking with the black. There's a little bit of red speck there for some reason, but I'm sure that I can get that off. But yeah, really nice. All right, so taking a look at this guy's articulation really quickly. First off, you can see that head sculpt. Man, that looks awesome. I really do dig that. You kind of see the back and nice detail. As far as articulation, the head, side, rotates, up, down. So a nice neck joint there. Same with the Joker. It just seems to move a lot better. All the joints on this Wave 2 are so much better than Wave 1. I haven't had any issues, and hopefully we can get through this and Poison Ivy when she comes in, and then DC Collectibles has, they've got a solid line then. It's just that Wave 1 that's really struggling. But as far as the shoulder, this can go back and forth. It can go out. Looks like one click there. I'm only getting one click out of it. I think it would be able to go out a little bit more, but that's all it looks like. Coming back in, you can see that there is elbow bend. So there's actually a couple clicks there, or maybe even three. But you can go all the way. This rotates here. And then you have the wrist that rotates as well. These obviously go back and forth. And you can see some of that green paint coming off, like I was talking about earlier. And now, as far as waist, you can see that it does go side to side. Too much, it looks a little bit strange, obviously. So I don't know how much I'll be using that. It may be just a slight turn. With the legs, back and forth. They go in and out. Another guy that can, do the splits there. The only weird part is like whenever you bend the legs, you have the red part. It just, his underwear or whatever this is looks kind of weird, but it's all good. The knees can go about that much. They do rotate here at the boot, and then the feet can go back, forward, and then also pivot here as well, so that you can actually put him into some of those nice poses. So there's a nice little look at Robin. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks a lot for watching, and that's like 2 weeks worth of Batman stuff, so I have tons of Transformer stuff for you guys next week and the following week. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.